What's up guys, welcome back to yet another interesting video. So finally OnePlus 13 series users have started receiving OxygenOS 16.1 update and it brings a lot of changes. So here I have my OnePlus 13, this device I've already updated. I'll just install a security patch on my OnePlus 13s. On that device also we have started receiving OxygenOS 16.1. So first of all let me show you the software information by going to about section. Current version it says 16.0.7 but it's actually 16.1 guys. If you extract the metadata, this build is based on OxygenOS 16.1 and you're getting all the features of 16.1. If you scroll down towards the bottom side, you can see Android security patch is off now, 1st May 2026, and the version what they have mentioned is 16.0.7.201. As I told you guys, it's 16.1 based update for your OnePlus 13 series. So this was the update which I received and the update size was 2.10 GB. If you guys take a look at the change logs, you can see we have so many changes done by OnePlus, and along with that now inside the about section you also get to see a preview of all the changes what they have mentioned, and along with that if you guys are not able to find that particular change log, beside that there's an option given try now. So for example, there's a change done related to translation sessions, and if you tap on try now, it will redirect you to that particular feature. So guys, before talking about all the changes, if you guys find our content useful to you guys, then make sure to smash the like button and also consider subscribing. First let's talk about the changes what they have done on the lock screen, and there we have some major UI changes done by OnePlus. So first thing is, whenever you lock the device and you try to unlock the device using pin, you'll see a slight glow effect on that particular dot, which you guys can see here. So this is a minor change what they have done, but it actually looks really nice. And the second change is for the notifications and live activities. So here you can see if I scroll down towards the bottom side, now things appear in this capsule form. If you slide towards the right hand side or the left hand side, you can switch between the notifications or the applications. So currently you can see a timer is being running, and if I swipe towards the right hand side, here I have a song being played. So tapping on it, this is how it looks on the full screen. And you can take a look at the animations. They are buttery smooth guys. OnePlus have nailed in terms of animation, and you can also see how beautifully the clock gets resized whenever you open or close the music player. And it's not only about the music player, even with the other applications it's the same stuff. Tapping here, you can see the clock automatically changes the size instead of completely disappearing. And while quickly tapping on the applications, you can see the animations, how beautifully it pops in and pops out. And if you have enabled full screen always on display, this is how it will look. So you don't have to always turn on the screen to check out the things like timer and other stuff. On real-time basis, you can see the timer or other details on the full screen always on display. And similar way, the notifications will also appear towards the bottom side. And you can also see the transition effect while I'm moving the applications. It has that liquid kind of effect. So these are the changes what they have done on the lock screen. And guys, animations have been a lot improved now after this latest update of OxygenOS 16.1. It doesn't matter if you are inside the application, app drawer, you can see the transition while opening or closing the applications. So with no doubt, OnePlus have nailed the animation part with OxygenOS 16.1 on their OnePlus smartphones. What do you guys have to say about the animation part? Let me know in the comment section below. And the animations are not only limited to app opening or app closing, you feel a huge difference even while using the application in the floating windows. It doesn't matter if you are resizing or making it full screen. And in the entire UI now we kind of have that liquid glass design which you can see here. If I show you here on OnePlus 13s, which I have not updated, you can clearly see the difference. Now we have better transparency on the control center and even on the notification panel. And also if you take a look at the animations here, they are also buttery smooth compared to previous ones. Though you won't find any kind of major changes when it comes to customizing the control center. And you can also see that nice effect whenever you open or close any tiles. Here also you have that kind of similar glass effect. It's kind of liquid glass design but not exactly same. Here OnePlus calls it frosted glass design instead of liquid glass design. And as per the change logs, OnePlus have reduced the jitters a lot while scrolling inside the applications also. And related to AI translate also they have done a lot of changes, which says never struggle with the foreign menu again, translate menus with AI. So tapping on try now, let's open up camera. So here you can see I have a Chinese menu and most of the things are written in Chinese. So I'll click a picture over here and now you can see the task have been completed. Tapping on try, you can see we have got the entire meal translated. And based on the meal, AI have generated the images too. It will be categorized like meat, vegetables, others, and even drinks if those things are present inside that particular menu. And after that, if you want to select anything, you can select and show to the staff. Tapping on show to the staff, here staff will be able to read it, and if you want, you can also play audio. So let me increase the sound and show you guys.
1土豆牛肉, 1铁板牛肉, thank you very much.
There we go. So another good add-on done by OnePlus here. And also you can do the offline translation too if your device doesn't have network. You can just download the package, and let me show you the size of that package. It will be somewhere around 518 MB. So it can be really useful if you're traveling abroad or if you're in an area where there is no mobile network. So inside the gallery application also they have done few changes. For example, if I select multiple photos, so I'll select 3 photos. Now if you tap on collage, tapping on pop out, agree to terms and conditions, and once the subject is popped out, tapping on it, you have an option to change the pop out direction. So if you want, you can also pop out towards the down side. So if I tap on down, you can see that particular photo being popping out towards the bottom side also. So this is the only change what you'll notice here when it comes to gallery. They have also upgraded the scan document feature with OxygenOS 16.1. So here if I scan any paper, I can continuously scan multiple pages, and once I'm done, I just have to tap on this arrow. Then we also get some AI options like AI extract, and it can even extract tables along with the text, which is really a good thing. After that, you can export it to words, and all your data will be saved inside the documents application. We do have a dedicated document app now where your data will be stored, and you can easily access it with a single click. You can also now remove shadows, remove glare, and even unblur. Also in this scan, you can see I placed my finger and AI have automatically removed my finger from that particular scan. So here also some pretty useful changes they have done. Also, if you take a look at the control center, we do have an light effect. As per the changelog, it says inspired by how light behaves in the physical world, the new contour glow feature adds organic surface details to the system interface. But if you guys don't want this, you can anytime disable it by going to home screen and lock screen settings, scrolling down, tapping on more. Under textured visual effects, here we have a dedicated toggle to turn it off. So once you turn it off, this is how it looks, and if I turn it on, here you can take a look at the change. Also, the home screen got some upgrades, like whenever you long press on the home screen, you have an option towards the left top corner to organize. Tapping on organize, you get three options: by category, by color, and the third one is layout history. So if I tap on by category, now you'll see the entire home screen have been categorized on the basis of category. Then we have another option which is called by colors. So here all the applications will be segregated based on their colors. And the last option is layout history. So whenever you organize by category or by colors, if you tap on apply, and now again if you long press tapping on organize, under layout history you'll see that particular layout being saved. Also, if you go to app drawer, towards the bottom side you can see there are few color options, and from here you can categorize the applications by color. So first one is blue, then we have red, yellow, green, white, and black color. Camera application also got upgraded now. So if you open up the camera application, you can see we have a complete new layout. If I show you here on this device, which is OnePlus 13s, so this is how the new camera layout looks on 16.1, and you can compare it with 16. Now all the options like video, portrait have been moved towards the bottom side, and you can just swipe up to open up the options, which wasn't the case here on this previous build. And you can also see that thing whenever you tap on more. On the latest build, we do have that proper bounce effect, and the options pops out pretty well. And after that, inside the master mode, we do have an option to save custom presets. So I can create my own preset, tap on these three dots, and save as a new preset. Later on, with a single click, I can use it. And now if you go to the settings page, under battery tab, you'll also be able to see the stats of personal hotspot. So guys, currently these are the only changes which you'll see on OnePlus 13 series. If I discover anything else, I'll keep you guys posted. And about the performance and battery backup also, I'll keep you guys posted in an in-depth review video. So I'll be using this device as my primary phone and keep you guys posted. Meanwhile, if you guys have any kind of questions, let me know in the comment section below. This is your friend Ashok signing out. See you guys in the next video.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go.